Hi, Jan Gilchrist here, back with another weekly Oracle card reading to give you some guidance to really align with the highest and best path in the coming week ahead. I'm going to start with the Gateway Oracle by Denise Lynn, and let's see what's going to come up for all of us. Let's see. The other thing is that we're building on a full moon right now in the Pacific Eastern time zone. It's going to happen very early on the June 11th. But you might already be feeling it as the new and full moons build a few days before and after, and you might even feel it at its peak more going into the evening of the 10th, depending on where you are in the world. Let's go ahead and start pulling some cards. Also, I have some amazing new retreats on the horizon. So I'll put in the description area a link where you can check them out. We have a Mount Shasta retreat in October 2025, brand new dates for Shasta in June of 2026. We have Swim with the Wild Dolphins in the Red Sea and Sataya, Egypt in May of 2026. We also have Bali in September of 2026. There's lots of amazing retreat opportunities. And I would love to hear in the comments, where do you want to go? There's a lot of other places I would love to go as well, but I'd love to hear what would excite you about an in-person retreat. All right. Listening with your heart is the first message. I trust the messages I receive from my heart. I love this because your heart is really the gateway and the portal way to the connection to your own higher self, to the God of your heart, the universe, creator, the divine, the divinity within you, as well as I see like the energy of spirit guides, right? Supporting you. And so it's also feels like listen to your intuition, listen to how you feel more than your logic. So it might be that you could be getting in your head a little bit this week, or you might be overthinking something or trying to make a decision, logicking your way through or disregarding how you feel, right? Because maybe it doesn't make logical sense. And what I've noticed about intuition is a lot of times when we're listening to our heart, listening to our intuition, and this could be intuition, but it could also feel like, what is the passion stirring in your heart, right? Like, what is it that you are feeling guided towards? What makes your soul stir, right? And your heart feel open. But I think, again, mostly it feels like direct intuition, which comes through thoughts, feelings, ideas, visions, all those things. But it's less about the analytical mind and more about what you feel called to do. So trust that. It feels like trusting that and taking action from that space. That's actually the shortcut to success. I always like to say when your intuition and actions are aligned, success happens, right? Or when your soul's voice and actions are aligned, success happens. To me, that means the same thing. Accepting what is. Okay, so this is such an important lesson that, we'll learn many times in our life, but it's about surrender. It's about, there might be something that you've been pushing up against. It might be something that you're repeating a pattern. We're on this full moon energy. So being able to release and let go of the things that are not serving can be really helpful. But this says, I accept and embrace my inner majesty, accepting what is. I feel like the power of the pause, right? So again, don't overthink, getting out of your head, getting out of the worry or anxiety or concern or trying to control a situation a certain way, micromanaging how something is going to happen, right? Those are all things of how this could look. And it feels like just pausing, getting centered and listening to your heart, listening to your intuition instead of any fear or, obviously our mind has is powerful and supportive to us in many ways, but it feels like in this instance, it could be getting in your way. And so this is about just pause, surrender. I'm really feeling the surrender, accepting what is. And that's going to give you a point of neutrality, then open to feeling the stirrings of your heart and your intuition and guidance from your guides and from source directly. And that will help you pivot and take new action. And maybe it's a big shift and maybe it's just a subtle shift in the how. But either way, it's about, I feel like there's a little bit of a misalignment happening. And if you just take the moment to pause and surrender, release the control of how, it'll start to unfold more easily and more clearly. Dwelling in truth, I stand in the light of truth. And so again, you see there's a lot of reflection happening. Like there's a lot of going inward right here. So tune in, make time to tune in, make time to be honest with how you're feeling, honest with what's lighting you up, making a decision based in love, not fear. And so last card, I feel called to pull a card from this, it's really beautiful deck, Star Temple Oracle, lots of very beautiful artwork. It says, Asotrope. And I could be saying that wrong, but it's the name of us. It says the Star Mother. So I assume that's the name of the Star Mother. I haven't worked with this guide in particular, but the message says loved. Universal Mother loves and supports me totally. Right. And so again, there's a lot of surrender there. There's a lot of trust. Right. So I think accepting what is and releasing the need to control is about trusting yourself, trusting your heart, trusting your intuition, trusting the process, trusting you're supportive, and then take action from that space and just knowing that you are always loved and supported. And so this feels very much like opening to allowing and receiving. So that is the message for this week. I'd love to hear how that goes for you. Like, subscribe, comment if this supports you so we can get this message out to more people. And again, let me know if you are interested in retreats. I'd love to know. I'll put the link below where you can even if those particular places aren't calling to you. I feel another card came out, actually, one I've never gotten. I'll share in a second, but definitely check out the retreat page because there's new things going up all the time. We might even have one spot left for my 12-day Egypt initiation. However, at the time of recording, there's one spot, but I'm not positive if it'll be there by the time this releases. I feel like it could fill up, but check it out. There's so many amazing retreats there, and I'd love to hear what is there for you. This is Maya, beloved Zeus, lovers, the cosmic union is destined for greatness. This feels like a merging of your masculine and feminine. It feels like a merging of your heart, a merging of your inner child and your adult self. It could be about a partner, of course. Like for some of you, that would be more specific if you feel called to, like, you're leaning into a soulmate or twin flame type relationship. But this more than anything feels like it's a cosmic union of yourself, of your higher self and your human self, your masculine, your feminine, really embracing all of you. And that's a really beautiful, beautiful healing. And so much gets to unfold from that very powerful space. All right, that's our messages. Bye for now.